Some days, GBPJPY will move like crazy and it feels random. One candle rips up, the next one dumps, and if you're trading purely off price, you end up reacting late. The truth is, price doesn't move first, participation moves first. Real money steps in, pressure builds, and then price finally follows. That's the whole point of the Smart Money Volume Index by AlgoAlpha. It takes volume behavior and turns it into a clean oscillator that shows whether buyers or sellers are actually in control, how strong that control is, and when interest hits extreme levels that usually matter. We're doing this on TradingView. Open GBPJPY on the 5-minute chart, then click Indicators and search Smart Money Volume Index by AlgoAlpha. Add it to the chart and you'll see it appear as an oscillator panel. This script is open source, which is a big deal because you can review the logic instead of trusting a black box. Once it's loaded, here's what the indicator is actually measuring. It compares how price behaves when volume is expanding versus when volume is contracting. In other words, it splits volume flow into two streams, one that reacts more on rising volume and one that reacts more on falling volume. Each stream is detrended with a longer EMA and then passed through an RSI-style calculation to express relative pressure. Those pressures are compared as ratios to estimate buy-side interest versus sell-side interest. Then the result is summed and normalized so the output stays bounded and comparable over time. The simple translation is it's watching the difference between aggressive participation and quiet participation, then turning that into a readable signal. The best part is how you can view it. This indicator has two display modes. In compare mode, you get two lines, a green line for buying interest and a red line for selling interest, so you can literally watch which side is dominating. In net mode, it compresses everything into a single oscillator that behaves more like a momentum read. Above the zero line means buy-side interest is dominating. Below zero means sell-side interest is dominating. And when either side pushes into extreme territory, you know the market is not asleep anymore. Something is being built. Now let's dial in the settings in a way that makes sense for a fast chart like 5-minute GBPJPY. The first setting that matters is the index period. This controls how much history the index includes. A larger index period smooths the signal and focuses on longer participation trends, but it reacts slower. A smaller index period reacts faster, which can be useful on 5-minute charts, but it can also get noisier. The second setting that matters is the volume flow period, which changes how sensitive the RSI-based pressure calculation is. Increase it and the pressure read smooths out. Decrease it and the pressure read becomes more responsive. The third important setting is the high interest threshold. This controls how selective the extreme participation signals are, and it directly affects the highlights and alerts. If you set it too low, everything looks important. If you set it too high, you'll miss a lot. The best approach is to start with defaults, then adjust one knob at a time until it matches how GBPJPY actually moves. So how do we trade with this without turning it into guesswork? The clean way is to use it as a confirmation engine, not as a standalone entry button. On a 5-minute chart, you want two things: direction and timing. The Smart Money Volume Index handles direction by telling you which side has control, and it handles timing by showing you when interest is elevated enough to care. Your price action handles the entry. Here's the long setup I like. First, net interest should be above zero, or in compare mode, the buying interest line should be clearly above the selling interest line. That tells you buyers are in control. Second, I want interest to be elevated. That can mean the index is pushing near the high interest threshold, or you're seeing strong expansion and buy-side pressure. That tells you the move has participation behind it. Now for the actual trigger, I wait for a clean pullback into structure because buying after a straight pump is how you get chopped. So I want price to pull back into a prior support zone, a recent swing low area, or a clean intraday demand level. When price tops that area and prints a bullish continuation candle, like a bullish engulfing or a strong close back above the level, that's my entry. The stop goes under the most recent swing low and the target is set to 1.5 times the risk. If price is running and interest stays strong, I'll sometimes trail a portion, but I always secure that first target because on 5-minute charts, reversals can be violent. Now flip it for shorts. First, net interest should be below zero, or in compare mode, selling interest should be above buying interest. Second, I want participation to be elevated on the sell side, because a weak sell signal in a choppy range can just whipsaw you. Then I wait for a pullback into resistance, not a chase. That resistance can be a previous swing high, a prior breakdown level, or a clean intraday supply zone. When price retests and prints bearish continuation like a bearish engulfing or a strong rejection candle, that's the short entry. The stop goes above the swing high and the first take profit is 1.5 R. Again, the point is not to predict, it's to trade where you can be wrong cheaply while aligning with the side that has real participation. There's another way this indicator saves you money. It tells you when not to trade. If price is moving but the index is flat or the buy and sell interest lines are tangled together with no clear dominance, that's usually chop. On GBPJPY, that's where spreads and fast wicks eat you alive. You want clean dominance, not mixed signals. And if the index is slamming into the high interest threshold repeatedly, that's a sign the market is in a high energy phase. That can be great for breakouts, but it also means your stops need to respect volatility. In high interest conditions, you don't place tiny stops in the middle of noise. Quick word on expectations before we wrap. This tool doesn't magically label smart money with perfect accuracy. What it does is measure how price reacts under different volume conditions, then translates that into pressure and control. Used correctly, it keeps you on the right side of participation, and it helps you avoid taking trades when the market is dead or confused. Your job is still to pick good levels, manage risk, and wait for real candles to confirm the entry. This is not financial advice. Everything here is for education only. Always test your settings, keep your risk small, and don't trade money you can't afford to lose. Build a complete plan around entries, stops, targets, and the times of day you trade, because GBPJPY can behave very differently depending on session. If you found value in this breakdown, hit the like button, and if you want more clean, practical indicator videos like this, consider subscribing so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching. See you next time.